Okie dokie, Artichoke. Let's get rolling.
Let's do it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of the bleach and I'm going to mix it with 30 developer. And just a side note, 1 tablespoon is half of an ounce. So for measuring purposes. And when you're mixing, it should kind of start off a little bit grainy, but you want it to get completely smooth. So once you see that it's like pretty smooth looking and most of the chunks are out, you're gonna want to take one of the boosters and pour in a whole vial of those. So now it's like super duper smooth. That means you're ready to go. Cora, what are your tips when bleaching hair? Oh, disclaimer, neither of us are hairstylists.
Not a hairstylist.
I learned color theory from the internet and from my previous hairstylists.
I don't know. I say like definitely the thinner the better. Just like imagine you're painting and you're trying to paint a wall, right? Like can't miss any spots, otherwise it's not gonna get bleached. So like even though it might seem more tedious to like split it so thin, you're gonna have to do less bleaching later on. And then once you get a system down, it's actually not that bad. Also make sure you're like blending it down so that it's not, you're blending it down like into the already bleached hair. And then we do front and back. So I don't just do one side of the hair, if that makes sense. I would like take it like this, so I take it really thin, and then I do the top and the back, and then you lay it down. And like I feel like that helps it too, because all the other hairs, so I'm like already touching some of the previous hair that I just rubbed. And we flip it, and then it only gets more dye. It's easier when you are doing your first few sections, so I will say.
Yeah, the bleach gets pretty sticky.
Yeah, and then it's kind of like you're like flipping over sections, and it seems kind of tricky, but I say like the faster you move through it, probably the better, but it's not going to be, I used to freak out like not moving fast enough. Our hair should be bleached unevenly.
Yeah, it's totally going to be fine.
I would say most people aren't as trusting as Gioya with their hair. But yeah, we made it work.
So my hair used to be like this short, and I've grown it out and we've been bleaching it ever since. I've only went to a stylist one time because I wanted to get a haircut as well. But other than that, we've been doing it ourselves. And you can see that there's a little bit of warmth up here. That's just because my hair is so dark. My hair is black and we're bleaching it to like a very light blonde, almost platinum. So there will probably be a little bit of warmth, especially if you wait too long in between bleaches. But it's not a big deal. You usually can't tell from, especially right after the tone, you really can't tell.
Yeah, and as long as you got, really like as long as you bleach all the hair, that's what's really important. Like you just can't have patches of black, but like you can work with orange, right? Like you can go a little bit darker once you get to orange. I don't know if any of these tips are helpful at all.
But they might be.
They might be for you, I don't know. Yeah, and like, you know, it's hair. It grows back. I say that. I don't trust people with my own hair, but
it does grow back, and honestly, I think if you are careful with the bleaching, your hair will not fall out. So I think that that's kind of a fear that a lot of people have, is like with the hair, when you're bleaching it, it does weaken it because you're lifting out all the pigments and all that kind of stuff. I don't know the science, but sometimes hair can get stringy. I think that adding in the booster, adding a whole vial of the booster in really protects the hair. I will say though, only try to limit it to a double process in one night. So only try to do 2 rounds of bleach, because if you do more, you may chemically burn your scalp, and it's not fun.
And she's speaking from experience here, folks.
I use a deep conditioner from Amazon that is really nice, and I use some purple shampoo.
Yeah, I would say you definitely should probably really work on keeping your hair healthy. It's going to be pretty important.
Yeah.
But just, you know, if you mess it up, you can always just dye it. Joy's had to do that before.
Yep. So one time, the first time that I bleached my hair, we did not have enough bleach. This is why I have the huge bucket now. But we did not have enough bleach, and basically my hair only got to orange. We did not lift it all the way up till it got to yellow. And I basically had to go buy a medium blonde dye that basically turned me into a brunette.
Yeah, it was like an auburn. It looked gorgeous.
But yeah, it totally fixed my problem. So it's just hair. There's always a way to fix it.
Yeah, you can always dye it, and it might not be the color you were going for, but it won't be clown orange.
Yes.
It will not be that. Also, around the ears, a little tricky if you have piercings. We used to put a bag around Gioya's ear. I think we've kind of like given up.
Yeah, my piercing's pretty much healed now. It's been a year, but when we were doing this last year,
we definitely would baggy the earring to try to protect anything like that. If you have sensitive skin, you can put coconut oil around your ears and like around the top of your head. We found that it kind of just is an interference sometimes though, because if it soaks in, it's gonna block the bleaching, and so then it just comes out spotty. And we used to like soak or rub it in Gioya's hair because we heard that was supposed to help.
And you'll see people do that online. Like you'll see people who have black hair put coconut oil all up in their hair and then they go on with the bleaching. But
it did. I mean, maybe it works for other people. It did not work for Gioya's hair. Like
my hair would the coconut oil block the bleach,
and it just made it so splotchy. Like it made us have to do so many. Like we'd have to do like 2 different times of dyeing it then, because it was like really did not turn out well.
Yeah. So we've really found our system now. 1 year, a year and a half later, almost. Yeah.
It's nice talking time if you do it for your friends.
Yeah, because, has to take time.
Get to catch up.
Girl bonding.
Yeah.
And that's only if you have a wonderful friend like me who does my hair.
Otherwise, you might want to make friends with your hairstylist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like to make sure it's like nice and covered. Like, I don't know how you know if there's enough, but I feel like you just kind of know, like looking at it, like, oh wow, it looks like enough.
Yeah.
I probably went a little excessive because now you see it's like all in that line. But see, that's helpful because now she's only getting more bleach. Oops. Whoops.
Whoops. All right, I guess we can check in once we're all done covering this first layer.
So now I'm just going to kind of like check it out and see if there's a lot of parts. Like, so I can already see like back here, there's like pieces that stick together that don't get the bleach. So you just go back here and start to really paint that on back there. I think trying to get at it from like different angles and where you went before, right? So I went down like this, so now if I look at it like the opposite way, did I miss anything? Okay.
Yeah, and definitely do this after not shampooing so that your scalp has some time to get its oils back. And then your scalp is at least a little protected. I mean, and if you can wait between doing bleach rounds, you probably should. Also, quick side note, I also put a bag over my head to keep the heat in. Okay, so this is post first round bleach. You can see there's still some warmth at the top, but overall very even. Cora does an amazing job. Hire her for all your hair needs.
Just ask me to mix the stuff. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. We found
There's one little spot of darkness right. These areas are always hard. Around the face is always really hard.
So probably in this next round, like, and there's another one just right here, but I probably won't do it again because like these are your baby hairs. So like I would suggest on round 2, just only apply it where you see you need it, because like otherwise those babies just get fried. So if you don't have to, don't put it all around. Like this side is good, so like I wouldn't put as much on this side like on last time. It's just a couple hairs.
Yeah. All right, good morning. We are here doing the last thing that we have to do is just toning. This area of my hair is very nice, ashy blonde, like easy to tone. And this part is just gonna be a little bit warm, but once the toner's on there, it really won't be that bad. So the toner that I use is the Wella T11, and it's a 2-to-1, so you just do 2 parts developer to 1 part toner. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix that up. I didn't think I was gonna be able to start the camera, honestly, with the gloves on, but so you can see what I do is I just separate it out same way that we were doing with the bleach, and I apply it on both sides same way. Important thing is to wear gloves here. I think we don't wear gloves during the bleaching process just because the gloves really get in the way of separating the hair. They're kind of sticky, and so it makes it really difficult to separate the hair out. However, with the toner, you don't want to stain your hands. The bleach won't stain your hands because it's bleach. You just don't want to leave it on your skin for a long time because obviously you'll get, same thing with your scalp, right? You'll get chemical burns. So just be careful with that. I definitely would recommend using the boosters, but also don't wash your hair like before. Let your skin get some oils in there and all that kind of stuff. So we'll be back after I'm done with this.